You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's Teen Mom 2 After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Teen Mom 2 After Show.
Oh, I was waiting for my people to clap for me. Hello. That's how I know to start my show. What a day. Mm-hmm. What a day. It has been so much going on with all this DirecTV stuff. Hard to watch TV. But I'm not going to waste any time. First, Bing is for doing, and we're here doing we're doing a Teen Mom after show for, I think it was episode 5. It was episode 5 of a Teen Mom. But more importantly, we also have Isabel Mora back.
Hi.
Welcome. And Crystal Ackley back.
Nice. And
on the phone already, calling in just like she said she would, hailing from season 4, 16 and pregnant. All you listeners will know Devon Browles. Welcome, Devon.
Hello.
Hi there. So, Devon, you had said that a friend of yours let you know that we did an after show on 16 and pregnant, and then you happened to watch it.
Yes.
and you well, you know what? You told me earlier that you thought it was funny, that you laughed. So that's a good thing.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I thought it was funny.
You thought it was, yeah, because you know what? Your 16 and pregnant was, and each one of the episodes is this, real hardcore reality where the girls like yourself have, this really difficult thing that they're experiencing. And so it's hard for us to really sort of enjoy the episodes, but we do. And so yours was one that we were able to, have a lot of fun with. And I think that's what you saw on the air. So that was cool.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was hilarious.
Okay, so Isabel and I both remember watching your episode, and we kind of rewatched our show. So we were reminded of all the funny things that we came across too. Isabel, what do you want to talk to Devon about?
a lot of things. Hi, Devon. Thanks for calling in.
Hello.
How's your dad doing?
He's doing good.
You know why she's asking about your dad, right?
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I told him about it. He thought it was funny.
Isabel's watching the show, and she's like, oh, my God, her dad is hot.
I get that a lot. My friends are always like, oh, my God, your dad's so hot. I'm like, oh Lord, please stop.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, how is that even? That's got to be not fun for you to hear.
Oh, no.
So you know what? Just what's going on with you right now? I mean, I know the public is interested and they want to hear. What's going on with you?
Me and Colin, we just got our own apartment. We decided not to buy a house. I kept telling him, I was like, you don't want a house, but thank God we moved out and got our own apartment.
So obviously you and Colin are still together and doing well.
Yes.
And so is baby Landon asleep right now or what? Because he's late.
Yeah, he's sleeping.
Okay.
Okay, Devon, and you're confusing me again. I think Ed forgot this.
What?
So is his name Kyle or Colin?
Colin.
It's Colin, but we're from the South, and I wanted to say that so bad. I say Colin.
Oh.
Everybody mistakes it, and I say Colin, not
So
Colin.
MTV also made a mistake.
Well, yeah, because remember we spent the whole episode until the end. We thought his name was Kyle, and it was just, I guess, how they were saying it.
Well, in MTV, in one of the
did they say Kyle?
Yes, and that's when we were like, oh, okay, it's Kyle. It's not Colin.
Yeah, Colin.
Okay, so tell us about the process of you like becoming, one of the 16 and pregnant girls. Like, did you have to like really try hard? Did they come and approach you? What happened?
Well, my sister, like, right after we found out I was pregnant, she wrote to MTV, and what you have to do is just write a blog to MTV, and if they're interested, they'll call you back. Well, my sister said, we're going to do it as, like, to see if they even write back. I mean, we pretty much did it as a joke. Like, we didn't think it was really going to happen, and, like, the next morning, they called us back.
Really?
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah. And then you have to go through, like, a series of different things, like, you have to go through, I mean, it's crazy. You have to write the blog, and then once the blog is written, you have to you have to send in videos of, like, yourself, your parents, interviewing, and then, like, shots of your house, and, I don't know, it's really weird. And then after that's done, if they still like you, they'll send, somebody to come out and talk to you, and they're like a psychiatrist, I guess, and they come out and make sure you're, like, okay in the head, I guess.
Right. Did they ask you to? I mean, obviously it would come out. The truth would come out if someone lied about it. But did they ask you to like take their pregnancy test? Did you have to show them your pregnancy test or anything, or what?
I was so pregnant to the point where, like, when they came out, I was already showing.
They could already see it. Yeah, I don't think anybody would try to do something like that. But they might try to waste the time.
Try to get girls that are already to the end and ready to pop.
That's true, because even when they start the show, it's only like 2 or 3 months later.
Right.
Yeah. No, that's true. Okay, so so you do all that, and then all of a sudden there's so you were visibly pregnant, and then what? Like a few months later, then they send cameras out.
Yeah, they send 2 camera people out, and then they do, like, a test shot to see if they like you and, like, you're good on camera, I guess. And then after that is when they really, like, seriously pick who they want on the season.
And I heard you say that you sent pictures of your house, and not that you're not great, and I'm sure that you won them over, but as soon as they saw the house, because we were making fun of your house.
Oh, yeah. But the way they made it seem, there really wasn't that many people staying there. My brother didn't live there at the time. They made it seem like that. My dad would be there only on the weekends, and he would sleep on the couch because he, like, went in and out of town.
Right.
And then my sister didn't live there. So I had my own room. My sister had her own room. There's 4 bedrooms in the house.
Yeah,
my mom had a room. Yeah,
we couldn't figure it out because all we knew was it looked like there was about 8 people in there. And, and how in the world, and how many bathrooms, we had no idea. But
there's 3 bathrooms.
Oh, okay, well, that's a lot.
Yeah.
But it's a lot for 4 bedrooms. 8 people,
It helps.
Yeah, that's plenty.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, Isabel.
Oh, I wanted to know, I mean, now that I know that you auditioned because your sister had this idea, I'm sure you've heard about other 16-year-olds that quote unquote try to get pregnant to get on the show, and hearing from your experience, it sounds like it's pretty easy to get on it. I mean, I thought that, hearing these girls, the 16-year-olds trying to get pregnant, I thought that's ridiculous. There's thousands of girls that are trying to get on it, but you make it sound like, you write them and they reply to you, and then they come out, and then if you are a go, they pick you, and that's it. So that only adds to this whole thing of 16-year-olds trying to get pregnant to be on this show. I mean, is it worth it? Did you find the experience to, I don't know, bring anything extra to the table?
Right. You glad you did it?
I am in a way, but, like, being judged so much, I mean, I didn't like that part about it. But the only thing I'm really glad that I have is being in the hospital and having Landon, and I'm glad he can see that one day, and that I had that forever. That's the only part that I really don't regret about it.
Oh, you mean having it documented on film, the whole process?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I mean, you seem like you were one of the first girls on the show that didn't really have a lot of drama when it came down to even your family members and your relationship with, Colin. It seemed like you guys had been not well off, but what I mean is on the same page, both willing to be parents to your son, and it seemed like you guys had it together. Yeah. As much as I can say for 16-year-olds that find out I'm pregnant.
Yeah, we agreed with that.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was crazy because, like, I didn't even know I was pregnant for 5 months. I mean, that was a big shock.
Right.
Wow.
So that's what we had a lot of questions on. And I think when you watched our show, we were, we kept making fun of that. It's like, how do you not know?
Yeah, clear our stuff up. Like, what is it that people like us say and judge and do that's actually not true? What got mixed up in the whole show that, maybe was misrepresented?
Okay, I'm going to tell you the whole story of what really happened.
Let's do it.
Okay. When I first got with Colin, I was on a different birth control.
Uh-huh.
And then when I switched to the NuvaRing, we were using condoms and everything. And that's how I didn't think I was pregnant. I was still having a period and everything.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So I went to go pick up, because they give you like a year's supply of it. And, well, no. Hold on. Okay, so I went to the doctor because I was going to switch from the NuvaRing back to what I was on, because I didn't like the NuvaRing, because it was like making me gain weight. So I go to the doctor, and I'd only been on the NuvaRing for 3 months. I go to the doctor to go pick up the other birth control that I was on, because I liked that better.
Right.
And they were like, oh, we're just going to do like just a pregnancy test just to make sure you're not pregnant. That's how I found out I was pregnant.
That's right. I remember that. You did it. You were going to get birth control, but I think what didn't come out on the show was that you were already on one. You were going to switch.
Yeah,
Wow.
And I was only on the NuvaRing for either 2 or 3 months, and I liked the birth control that I was on before.
Right.
Okay, so after I had Landon and everything, I couldn't figure out like what happened, because we were using condoms, and but I wasn't really. Sometimes we were, sometimes we weren't, and we really weren't when I was on the other birth control.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I got a letter in the mail, I think January, and they said the birth control that I was on was recalled.
Oh, wow.
When I got pregnant, yeah.
Can you send them the hospital bills?
I know, and I've already gone to like talk to a lawyer and everything, because I have a year, and I said something about that to somebody, or I said it on Twitter, and they were like, you just want money, that's it. And I was like, no, I had a baby because I had recalled birth control.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, yes.
And that's another thing that I talk about in the after show on the Dr. Drew show.
Yeah, you know what? And actually, hi, Annie's coming in. And actually, you know what? You were doing what I think is is recommended. Not just one method, but a backup method. And so then you're free with or at least you should be free to sort of condoms whenever. And then if there's something happens that you don't, because that's one of the main forms of birth control that we hear gets missed because of the heat of the moment, or there's a physical thing, so they break. But if there's a backup birth control method, then you've got it. And you had that, but it was one that wasn't working because they made a bad one.
Yeah, it was all sugar pills, like that's it. And I'd been on that birth control for 2 years.
What?
And so for those 5 months that you were pregnant, you really didn't have any symptoms that you found, weird?
No, I had like a regular period, and I wasn't getting sick. I didn't have anything.
God, is anybody else scared?
No idea.
That's the best pregnancy, though. 5 months, and then you find out at 5 months you have 4 to go.
Well, yeah, we saw lots of good stuff, with Devon. Devon, we, although we made a lot of fun of your small house and 8 people in it and all that, you I'm sure you remember hearing a lot of positive stuff, because we were like, you know what?
Oh, yeah.
You guys were faced with this big thing, and we like Colin. We like how, devoted he is to providing for his family, almost at all costs. I remember that about him. And so, and by the way, he's in the Army and active duty, or what's his status?
Yeah, what was the end decision on that?
He was, when we first got together, he had just gotten back from Iraq. He was over there for 2 years. So he was still on downtime, and they haven't called him, so he's just doing reserves right now. He only has a year left, so I doubt he'll get called. There's like a slim chance if they want him back overseas.
Well, it's really nice to hear that you guys are together and trying to make a family work. You guys have your own apartment now. That's congratulations on all that.
Yes, because I know that's something that he was really trying to do for both of you. I have another question. How long was MTV taping your episode?
From June of last year to January of this year.
Wow.
Well, I guess that was last year.
How frequently did they come out and record you? Did they stay for like weeks at a time, or was it just quick weekend visits?
It'd be one weekend out of a month.
Oh, wow.
Really? That's it?
Yeah, it wasn't much.
Wow.
But once it got closer to the end, and the weird thing was, and I hated this, I had, when I was close to my, like, labor, when I had, like, a week left before I had Landon, they had somebody come stay with me. It was so awkward, and they would sleep in my room.
No, they wouldn't.
Yes, they would sleep on the floor, and that was the most awkward thing. Like, we'd be sleeping, and they would just be filming. And it'd be like, this is so awkward.
Oh, my goodness. We didn't know that part. You know, we always see reality shows where, like, well, I guess the bedroom is no longer, but the bathroom is always a safe zone, you know?
Right.
But they were in your bedroom. Why would they do that? Like, in case something happens while she's sleeping?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And, like, they were there when I went into labor. And I was in labor way longer than 12 hours. That's all they said. I was in labor 23 hours.
Oh, my goodness.
That's what I was like. When they were like, say 12 hours, I was like, well, I was really in labor for 23 hours. Okay.
That's funny. You know what? And that just makes us wonder, you know, what are they trying to accomplish? We don't know. But like I said, Devon, we are so glad that you called in, and we really, really are want to congratulate you on everything that you've got. You know, that you're, like I said, it's so difficult. It has to be so difficult to be so young and face these challenges. So it sounds like you're doing great, and you know, so congratulations.
Thank you.
And unless you want to drop any other like little tidbits, because we love to hear the stuff that we don't get to see. What else you got for us?
My sister was saying this too. She was so pissed off about this part, and I noticed y'all said something about it when Colin went and knocked on the bathroom, and he couldn't get in there, and my sister was in there, and she was like, he's like, how long are you gonna be? And she was like, a while. She was so pissed off when I was in the show. They made him do that, and a lot of stuff that you see.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna say it isn't scripted, but it's not scripted, but. I'm not gonna say it is.
Right, but they'll tell you to do stuff that might create a situation. Is what you're saying, right?
Yeah, and like a lot of the things, like when we're sitting down and we're talking to somebody, and like when I was, for instance, when I was on the bed with my friends, and they were like, "Well, how did you not know this?" When they ask questions, they make them ask that. It's not really them.
Yeah,
like,
I feel like that's in every episode.
Yes, I remember that scene, and we talk about that in a lot of the 16 and pregnant shows, like. You know, because some of the conversations appear to be sort of, you know, hey, I want you guys to talk about this.
Yeah.
Right? That's what they do, right, Devon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely. But, I mean, it's definitely an adventure. I mean, there was, like, the option of Teen Mom, which I didn't want to do that. I mean, that's just so much.
Oh, okay. So you were.
Yeah, that was going to be my last question.
Because we actually did think that you would be one of the girls that would be picked for Teen Mom, so we were surprised when we didn't see you on the list.
Did they talk to you about that?
Yeah, kinda, but I mean, that's not something that I really want. I mean, the cameras are just in the way.
Like,
I don't know how people do that day-to-day life with cameras in their face. I mean, that's not something that I want.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and you know what? After it's not like it's a brand new season, or it's not the first time they've done it. We've seen the other girls, and we've seen them in the news, and you know, sometimes we wonder if their experience in Teen Mom and 16 Pregnant has been a cause for bad stuff. You know, some of the girls have handled it well. Some of them, you know, they've had difficulties. But Devon, again, thank you so much for calling in. We're gonna wrap up our interview with you. And if you want, you know, you can continue to watch, and you can, you know, you like any other viewers can call in and talk just like Devon did, and talk to us, the hosts here, as we do our after shows. But Devon, thank you. Good luck and best wishes for everything.
Well, thank you, guys. Well, y'all have a good night.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
That was a short clap. And we're not going to commercial or anything. So, Devon called in, and we're so glad when we get, I mean, it's just, I don't know, I feel like lucky that we get to talk to the girls that we see on TV, and they take time to call in. It helps us. You also can help us, you guys that are listening. All of us hosts here are volunteers, and AfterBuzz is a whole just effort of love and volunteer. We do it because we want to. And you guys can help us keep things going with your Amazon purchases. If you go to AfterBuzzTV.com before you go to Amazon to buy something, and click on the Amazon link that's right on our homepage. It'll take you straight to Amazon. Use your Prime account, buy all your stuff, and then AfterBuzz TV sees some proceeds from that. And so we appreciate it if you can do that. So now, Teen Mom. First girl is Farrah. And Annie is over here. Annie is over here. She was fighting the Hollywood traffic. Okay. She's over. She can't wait. The traffic. Oh my God,
I'm just like, I was like, I gotta forget about it now. I'm there. Just forget about it.
Okay, so we won't bring up the bad memories.
So no, it's cool.
Well, also, all the stuff that's going on with DirecTV and MTV.
Yeah, what is going on?
Okay,
I heard about that, but why?
Well, long story short,
it's like in a lawsuit or something.
Long story short, Viacom, who owns MTV and 25 other stations that are on DirecTV, is saying to DirecTV, negotiating with them for the cost to run those channels on their network, and they can't agree, and so Viacom says, well, give us our shows back, and DirecTV. So they're not on. MTV is not on right now on DirecTV.
Sad.
Yeah, Nickelodeon, little kids are not getting their Dora and everything else. Yeah.
They're Spanish.
and so I was trying to watch the show and I couldn't do it here, I couldn't do it there.
Yeah.
And then I tried to see it online and this episode's not even online. And then I go to Isabel's house because she had recorded it earlier.
Yeah.
And I go and the sound doesn't work on her TV. Yeah, you're just in traffic. I can't even watch TV.
Oh, luckily I watched both episodes and they were pretty good. Farrah is getting very... Her attitude is...
Farrah's our first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
You mentioned her, so I thought I would talk quickly about her and her parents. The hostility, you can just I don't feel it. It's so awkward.
But why? I mean, okay.
I don't know. Well, we got to read her book, remember? She wrote a book.
We got to read the book. The book needs
to find out
out
the past of what went down with her and her parents.
Because whatever it is, it's got to be bad.
Mom.
Well, yeah, her mom. Yeah.
Not her dad.
But she calls her dad Michael.
And there's this...
Which is weird.
But... Before we jump into Farrah, I wanted to know because now that you watched the show, because I couldn't ask Ed about this.
Yeah.
But
I watched.
Did you guys really?
Anyway. Go ahead.
I mean, this episode, was there a purpose for it?
There was no.
In the end, I was kind of like, "What's memorable out of this whole episode?"
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I felt the same.
Because I've never had to take notes, and when Ed was watching, I'm like, "Oh, now I have to take notes because I don't remember anything."
Yeah, and I watched
it was boring.
No
It was.
point. Now I understand why it's their last season. That's it. There's nothing left.
The one thing I think was maybe a little interesting was the group thing with
right.
That was about it.
To see what Teen Mom has done for her.
Yeah.
And she's obviously
and what she's gonna go into school now for or whatever. But that was about it.
And to introduce Grandma, because I don't think I've ever met Grandma before.
That's her dad's mom, I guess. She said her great granddaughter was Catelynn.
Right.
I don't know.
So that's a big...
And she was the only one that seemed like she had it put together.
Yeah, normal.
And I'm thinking, so they could have kept their kid and lived with you?
Yeah.
Where were you?
She didn't look like she'd been in jail.
Yeah, she did not look like a jailbird grandma. She looked like she was all together. But...
Okay, let's go with Farrah.
So we're going to Farrah. And, when I'm watching it, it's like... I'm watching Farrah talk to her parents, and I'm thinking, you know what? Your skin is crawling because you have to listen to your dad or listen to your mom.
She's
just she just can't do it. And I know that there's relationships like that, a person just triggers you. But we don't understand the mom a little bit, but the dad, we don't understand.
Why, yeah.
I don't understand why. But if you watched the link you sent me for the extra episode, or the bonus scene. Did you guys see the bonus scene?
Aggressive.
Yeah. No, what was
that? Bonus scene.
Being friends.
Farrah and her dad talking, and the title of it was something like Farrah's dad just wants to ask her to be a friend to him.
Oh God!
But the whole time she is just like her
On
skin
guard.
is crawling. Yeah, she's just like and he's talking about moving to Florida. And he doesn't know if he should, and he's asking, "How are you adjusting?"
How do you feel about it, right?
All that stuff.
And
she freaks out.
Yeah, and I took it like whatever she has going on with her dad, which I've done some research, and the only thing I find out is that she's really bitter at the fact that he took the mom's side, or she felt like he supported the mom and didn't stand by her.
Right.
Okay, I understand that part. You could be a little angry. But so here you see in this after show, he's asking her, are we okay? Is there anything you want to talk about? And she's just like, yes, we're okay. Yes, I love you, Dad. Yes. Like, so
annoyed.
annoyed.
Yeah. That's how she always is.
Well, you guys, did you see the sneak peek with her mom and her sister Ashley too when they're in the restaurant for?
No, but I didn't even know she had a sister.
Yeah, for the next episode.
But they're different dads.
The sister has shown up very few times.
I never heard of her.
She's the one she called on the phone and told her about the date. Yeah, the date. You know, which I wish you were here for that one.
Well, she's going to be in the next
you already did that one?
We did that one.
I watched that one. Okay.
And she blames,
I called him the Hulk.
What is she? She blames well, she blames the sister as to being a reason why she calls Michael and not Dad, simply because they have different dads, and she didn't want to make the sister uncomfortable.
Oh, okay.
So since she called him Michael, she called her dad Michael too.
Yeah, I don't get it. I feel a sting every time she says Michael. I feel like
there was one dad, I think, in this past episode. I heard her say dad. It wasn't directly to him, but she referred to him as dad, and then the next second she called him Michael. So it's confusing back and forth.
Yeah, and they just are trying to be nice. Maybe they're too nice or something, because they're just babying her and they talk to her like, "We miss you. Let us do this," and she's just like, "Stop doing that."
Yeah, we don't see anything wrong. 12. We're like, what is it that you're complaining about? Remember, she said on the phone to somebody else, she's all, "Yeah, they're being really overbearing." Huh?
What did they do?
Because they're like, "We can't wait to see you.
We miss you. We love you."
You need.
Yeah, but this is, like I said, Farrah was here. She said, "Got to read my book. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna do that because this is like a big Scooby-Doo mystery I want solved."
But even if I read her book, and I wish we could have like after show with Farrah once every week. Yeah. I would be like, so where's therapy in all this? Because you know.
Well, she called her therapist before she was gonna go visit. I think because she's like feeling like I'm gonna bust. I can't stand. I can't. I don't want to say I can't stand. She says I can't stand my parents, but that's what it looks like to us. Yeah. And when she was here, she's like, no, they're friends. I think we see a lot of conflict because that's the reality show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But she did allude in that bonus scene. She did say to Michael. And she's like, I feel like a therapist can do good and they can do harm sometimes. It's like they can empower somebody a little too much. Because she's telling her dad, Michael, you're asking me my input on whether you should move in or move out to Florida and stuff. She's like, just do what you want, live your life. You don't have to ask me, you don't have to check in with me. It doesn't have anything to do with me. She's trying to separate, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, well, I'm asking your opinion. I mean, he's being so calm and so nice and say, well, you're not a kid anymore. I'm just asking your opinion about what you think. And she's all, well, don't ask me. My opinion doesn't matter. And she said, you didn't ask me my opinion when you were telling me what to do and how to do everything years ago, as I was growing up.
Right.
And he said, well, yeah. He goes, you were a kid. She said, well, you lost your opportunity to get my opinion and ask me things then. So she really made me think that, okay, she really didn't take well to whatever.
The way they reacted. But how would any parent react? I mean, she
That's
can't
what I'm saying.
I think she's just like spoiled and...
Yeah. She's
she doesn't appreciate anything that they do for her.
It really seems like that.
Yeah, one thing that really stuck out with me in this episode is how her parents just hounded her repeatedly about sharing baby. If I were a mom, especially a young mom, and she's growing up with Sophia, and Sophia knows her as mommy, I would not want my grandma to say, "Let's share baby. It'll be my baby too." I mean, she already refers to both of them as babies, so I know I would get super frustrated if my mom were trying to take my own child in that sense.
Yeah. And maybe that's what we're gonna read about, but it's just like I don't know. I mean, she's all the way in Florida now. That's your mom.
Share her.
No, I mean, it's just the mom is obviously very self-involving. She hears the baby. Is that Sophia? Is she safe? Is she gonna fall?
No,
you better go check her.
When she said she was going on a date with the neighbor, she's like, well, how old is he? She immediately starts like acting like a mom.
And you could tell when Farrah was gonna tell her I'm going on a date, Farrah was starting to cringe and she was hesitant.
She should have just said with my neighbor. Finished it.
But I'll bet you, now that we know, based on what Devon told us, I'll bet you MTV told her, tell your mom you're going on a date with the muscle guy next door.
Probably,
It's an extra $3,000 on your paycheck for the week.
Tell him he's old.
Maybe they do that to the parents.
Tell her he's 40.
Oh, thanks a lot. Anyway, but that whole thing was funny to me because I'm like, you know what? I don't care how, whatever she thought the guy was, cute, nice. He had a dog, so I think I like him. Whatever it was,
Yeah,
I'm like, dude, when you open your door, his door is right there. They showed a scene where their front doors are like this.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'm like, now what's she gonna do?
Yeah.
You
Always
know?
avoid him, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, yeah, good old Farrah. We, still a big mystery, but who knows? Maybe we'll
find out.
Maybe we'll find out.
Maci.
Yeah, we did Maci.
She was pretty quiet this episode. Not a lot going on with her.
Yeah, because it's
Just
so
her
hard to
classes.
figure out what classes you're gonna take.
I know.
Dude, school just overwhelms
She
her.
doesn't have to work
Yeah.
while she's in school.
Right?
A lot of people do.
Does she want to go to school? Did you feel like she wanted
Yes,
to?
I
this
did.
Yes,
I think so. I feel like she was smart in high school.
this is one
Yeah.
of the girls that I actually was surprised when I found out this season that she wasn't done with school.
Yeah.
But why is she so like? Is it because she has this like inability to have Bentley and go to school?
I think she just loves being a mommy. I
Yeah,
think she
really
loves
does.
Bentley a lot, and she's just really attached. I mean, she even said in the episode to one of her friends, she's like, I feel like a loser because she can't keep the 5 classes. But I think,
Yeah.
just a little overwhelmed and wants to be there for Bentley.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely Bentley. She went on a vacation with her ex-boyfriend.
I know. Wasn't that so weird?
Did you guys see her tweet? She tweeted about it during the episode.
Is that the one?
No. What did she say?
She commented and she said, maybe it was a little too much for me to ask to go on vacation with Ryan and his family, but I did it and I don't regret it. So
Yeah, I thought it was
Interesting
weird. And she came
commentary.
with like all her girlfriends, and you're like, what?
Yeah,
Why
but
don't you
what
go
did
the
we call that?
following
Was a
week?
stampede.
Stampede.
Crystal
Stampede
called
of
that a
girls.
stampede of girls. They should have been playing Chariots of Fire in the background. See all the people running. Another.
But now she's gonna get her associates only,
Right.
For
Which
I
2
think is
years,
great.
which is get it done. Yeah.
Well, she obviously needs to do something in school.
Finish.
She needs
Yeah.
to, and I didn't get the idea that she wanted. I was feeling like she's upset because she knows in her life she needs to get this degree, but that she doesn't really want to do anything that takes her away from Bentley.
Yeah.
Loves being a mommy, but wants
Yeah.
to be a better one than just,
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a little obsessed with Bentley, I think.
And so, okay, now talking about Maci currently, not with Kyle anymore.
No, but they
No.
did post some cute pictures on Instagram. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Wait, who
Right,
did?
No.
Maci and Kyle. Maci posted some pictures of her and Kyle. They were pretty cute, but couple
Recently?
Yeah, recently, like last week. But she also they were tweeting to each other, and she commented on how they're not together. It's a love-hate relationship, but sarcastic in a
Right.
sense. So
Right.
But,
yeah,
like I
I
said,
thought they were already broken up on this season, but then he's there.
yeah.
what I want to know, like I said, I think I said this last time. What are you writing? I know. What I want to know is, okay, so Maci and Kyle broke up, but
And then
did
she
Bentley and
started-
Kyle break up?
No, this is
Because
news
Bentley,
and
like,
gossip.
where's Kyle?
They're still
Love you,
no. They
love
stayed
you.
friends, and Kyle and would come and visit the baby, and then she started dating another guy named Kyle, which didn't work out. We still don't know why. There's rumors out there that it was because this Kyle cheated, and then
The new
she's-
Kyle or the-
right, the new Kyle. So now she's single. So this could very well mean that she's back to old Kyle.
Yeah.
Dude, come on. Kyle was like husband and father, okay? I mean, he was supporting everything. What?
Okay? I mean, she's young.
You know what?
And
Just because
after
you're all about
dating-
empowering women and going just using men stuff for what?
You see
yes.
that? Okay.
Oh no, you're smiling because it's
Anyways,
true.
let's move on.
Okay, moving
That
on.
was the information. Let's go on for Catelynn.
Okay, we got to cover 2 more girls in like a few
10 minutes.
So, Catelynn, we kind of talked with her grandma.
Yeah.
Came through. Which,
Oh, can we talk about Butch for a second? Coming
good
back
old Butch. Come on.
his hair.
You know what? Yeah.
He goes out. I love how like his son is parenting him. Like it's so dysfunctional to see
Right.
that on TV. Like families like
Yes.
that exist, and you're like, oh my
Yeah.
god, what if you had to do that with your own parent?
Yeah, but again, how another impressive thing about Tyler.
Oh, I know.
Always.
He's
Always.
the best.
Like, how do you come from
So
such,
mature.
chaos and lack of stability and support and be that?
His mom, I think, didn't she seem pretty?
Yeah.
She
But she was with Butch.
Wait,
And,
wait,
you
But
know,
not long, I don't think. Right?
right. I don't.
Or she put up with it for a long time.
I was done being his mom. So I moved on.
Yeah.
It's funny to hear his mom talk because
But
they sound just alike.
How funny is this? Because Devon just said, when we were speaking to her earlier, she mentioned, I feel like they come out and they make sure that you're okay, and then they come and make you part of the show.
Yeah.
So they came out and saw Catelynn and Tyler and Butch, and were like, "Oh, this is the perfect family for 16."
And as soon as you lay eyes,
This is gonna get some
Crazy
good
family.
reality TV.
This is it.
as soon as you lay eyes on Butch, okay, put him on TV.
Caitlynn's mom.
Immediately put him
Or
on
her
TV.
mom, and the fact that
kids
they're
dating
together.
and then
Yeah.
the parents dating.
That's
Yeah.
even weirder.
Great, you guys get married so we can be brother and sister having a baby. Let's do that.
You know
Let's do
what
that.
I found really interesting, getting back to the grandmother and just the fact that she seemed like a really positive influence
Yes.
in Caitlynn's life.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the car, she said that she got pregnant when she was Caitlynn's age,
17.
which
Yeah.
I thought was pretty crazy, and I don't
Yeah.
remember this being a main topic in
Ever,
the
yeah.
show with her before, and I'm surprised it wasn't.
No, I mean, have we heard anything about this person before, the grandma?
No.
She's
Never.
so sweet.
And she came in successfully, like, encouraging Kate,
Yeah.
just like, I'm proud of
Yeah.
you.
Yep.
And I don't,
Yeah, like on board to go to that meeting right away.
Right.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and then
Right.
in the meeting, she commented to that girl saying, "I think your mom needs therapy." So
Yeah.
I wonder if she thinks the same for
Right.
Caitlynn's mom.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sure she does. And she must live somewhere else because
Yeah.
you never heard about her.
never.
I'm like,
I mean, when they had the camera on her, I'm like, is she really related to me?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the type
Just
of
a hired
person.
grandmother.
Yeah. That's true. An extra.
No.
Oh.
Okay, so Caitlyn and was
I'm
Tyler?
telling you.
He was not really.
No, he
He was
wasn't.
only in for like a minute. of this
Right.
Yeah.
episode.
He
Yeah,
asked
we didn't see
how
him.
the meeting went, and
Yeah.
that was it.
And I thought it was really cute that the grandmother commented on how mature Caitlyn had become in the past 3 years, and she talked about wanting to be a, gosh, I'm blanking now.
A social worker?
thank
Yeah.
you.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think that's so great. I think it's perfect for her.
Yeah.
I do.
Look, when this grandmother came on the show, we're thinking, where the hell have you been?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
the last
and-
season of Teen Mom, she comes out.
Yeah, why are you letting your daughter be with Mullet Head and the other girl?
Oh, was
But-
that her mom's mom? I thought it was her dad's mom.
But still, take
Mom
the
or
child
grandma.
out.
Yeah, take
Save
her.
the child.
No, I know, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like, but then I don't know. The grandma is the grandma. Maybe she's together because she just takes care of what she has to take care of.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to Amber.
Oh, God.
My feeling on watching the whole Amber scenes, okay, is like, you know what? Amber has, and I mean, I could be wrong, but it's like Amber has become boring because we know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know?
And doesn't she look like out of it? Why all the time she talks, she seems like she's on like
The
some type of
entire
drug, and it's just like
Yeah.
put her out.
No, she's drugged, and I don't know because there was that when she was telling the judge not to send her back to rehab to go jail in the news recently. She was admitting that she's addicted to one of the drugs that they prescribed to her. But I don't know if that.
great.
Yeah, I don't know if that means that she was like abusing it, taking too much. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's medicated to where it's affecting her speech and her.
Yeah, her eyes are like partly
Yes.
closed. It's really weird.
Exactly, and I mean, I know that some drugs that they can assign to people that are violent, can have that sort of be like a sedative.
Yeah, put them
You know?
out.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, mommy slurring and and so on. Yay! Thank you. I'm so glad to see you.
I know,
Yeah,
but
yay.
Leah seems pretty normal, right?
It was cute
Yes.
seeing them together.
surprisingly
Yes.
like you would
She's
think
normal.
she'd be more affected. She seems really happy and just thinks everything's good.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and Gary is there, and
Putting on more weight.
that is a big boy, man. I mean, he
know.
is just a
Leave it
big
to
boy.
Annie to really.
I recently saw a
leave it to
picture on
Annie to really
Facebook.
say the truth.
Yeah, that's true.
These girls that saw him at a bar, like one of my friends from college, and he's
Yes.
in the picture with them.
Really?
Because he's like famous in Indiana or whatever.
Right, of course.
He
he's
looks even bigger in the picture than he does on TV.
no.
he might
He's a
be.
big dude.
That's a big dude right there. And Amber.
Do you think those two are gonna work out? Well, now that she's in jail for 5 years.
I don't. You know what? Coordinate.
Well,
Go
I was
ahead.
telling them earlier, I was just researching, and I guess Gary updated recently. He tweeted or was talking to someone about how they're not together. She's still in jail. They're not together, but he said that she's very loved. So I guess that's the latest on Amber.
Because he wants to hook up with other girls.
Right, while she's gone, and then when
Yeah.
she's back, they're back together.
I mean, you know what?
Yep.
We wish the best for Amber,
Yeah.
but
Yes.
she's just got. if she's looking at 5 years in prison, I mean, it's like, damn. That's difficult. So.
What really stuck out to me this episode with her story is she made a comment, I don't know if you guys caught this with the new therapist, saying she was really affected about being called a bad mom and all of that stuff that had happened. But she said, and I wrote it down because I was just like, what? She said, so what if I hit a guy and I've got a bad attitude? What's that got to do with me being a bad mom?
Being a bad mom.
Girl.
He was holding your child, too.
Setting an example.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised they kind of, I don't know, let her go and didn't comment more on that.
I know.
No, that's true. Okay. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to go to commercial, and then when we come back commercial, I'm going to talk to the listeners about the iTunes podcast thing. So we're going to commercial Marissa Movies.
Hey there, good buddies. The handle's Woolly Bear. I'm a truck driving man, but I'm not that old school kind of truck driving man, no. I like to listen to podcasts while I'm driving through these great United States of ours. And my favorite podcasts in the world are from AfterBuzz TV. And why? Because AfterBuzz TV is like a post-game wrap-up show for all your favorite TV shows, like Jersey Shore, Dancing with the Stars, Mad Men, and a whole truckload more. I like listening to my Gossip Girl podcast, catching up with all my fellow fans and getting all the latest news and gossip. No, I got some strong opinions. And AfterBuzz TV lets me share those opinions with thousands of other listeners. Woo-wee, what a feeling. I used to doze off on those lonely stretches of road. And don't worry, I got the cruise control. But now I'm wide awake and listening to all the AfterBuzz TV goodness. Check them out. Give them a holler. And tell them the old Woolly Bear sent you.
Okay, we're back. So our iTunes. So we are on... AfterBuzz is out there on iTunes. I think we still have some stuff on Ustream too, but iTunes... the other thing that you guys can do, our listeners and viewers, to help us and support us, just what we like to see is your feedback, what you have to say. It only takes a minute. Rate, comment on iTunes, tell a friend. There's also the new podcast app that gives you all kinds of extra features that you can download and use and install on your iPhone and iPad. Mm-hmm. And so take advantage of that and make... rating and commenting and everything on iTunes and stuff easier. And like I said, YouTube, we're there too, where you can log in and watch our shows and comment and rate. I actually responded to one of the viewers who commented on YouTube recently, and so cool. We like to see that. Now I don't think we have any news and gossip that we're going to read, and we're because we had that good interview with Devon, we're short on time, so we'll go right into predictions and then wrap up.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Okay, let's do it per girl. Let's do what? Farrah.
She's gonna be mean to people.
She's gonna say, "What, Mom? Yes, Mom."
I don't know. I think she needs more therapy, and then maybe she can calm down a little bit. She just needs to learn to talk to her parents. And I think other than that, she seems somewhat normal.
I think she might get overwhelmed when school starts too, because that hadn't started yet.
That's true.
Season, so.
Oh, man.
And she got a puppy. What? Why?
Dude.
Bad timing.
Bad timing for sure.
Thank you, Annie. That's exactly, I agree. And I thought it was like, I don't know, she argued with the guy, and remember the date? They had an
Told her
argument.
to relax.
Seriously?
I mean, he was like a weird controlling person. We're going to do this tomorrow. He never asked her out.
No.
He just told her out.
Yeah.
But
he was weird, yeah.
Anyway, I would say that we can expect to see more sort of frustrated communication with the parents.
Yeah.
Even though we don't want to.
Yeah. Right.
Isabel, were you going to say something else?
No, I gave my prediction.
All right. Maci. God, what are you?
School will be easy.
Why did she break up with Kyle? What's going to be the break? Are we going to see
I
that
hope
this
it's in
season?
the
I
season.
hope so.
Yeah.
What do you think it's going to be?
The breakup?
Yeah.
I think they're gonna get sick of each other or something stupid. Like it's gonna be a stupid fight, and he's gonna take
call
off.
her an idiot
Pressure's
again.
too much.
Maybe she'll be overwhelmed with school again, and then Bentley, and just want space.
I still think she's not over her ex either.
Who would be?
But he's a jerk. He's hot, but he's a jerk.
You would, because you used him for whatever. You got the baby, and now you're gone. On to the next
Right,
dude.
give me a cute baby. Now I'm done.
See? I show you.
True that.
Anyway,
True.
Catelynn and Tyler.
Oh, they're gonna be great.
They're gonna be great.
I think Butch. I mean, I don't know. Butch is, I think, gonna go.
By the way,
He's probably gonna bust his bro.
Have you guys seen the pictures of Catelynn lately? All the weight she lost.
She lost a bunch.
Yeah, was it Weight Watchers?
Oh, I haven't seen it.
That's great.
She did
Yeah,
Weight
bring it
Watchers
here.
and she lost
Yeah,
weight.
because I feel like she's at her biggest right now
Yes.
in the
Wait, is
season.
it true that she's pregnant?
No.
No.
It's a false rumor.
False.
Okay.
I thought it was true because,
I saw it on a
but
real
apparently
magazine.
In Touch
In
magazine
Touch
can't
and
be
Oh,
trusted.
I thought I
Trust.
saw it on Us Weekly. Okay.
No, Us Weekly.
Us Weekly.
Yeah.
In Touch.
And Amber, maybe
Well,
she'll go to jail.
Yeah, maybe. God, poor
Maybe.
Amber.
We'll
She's
stay
and,
tuned
and,
for
and
Awkward.
Leah, you know, how she's gonna see her mom.
She's gonna forget about her mom.
I don't think she's gonna forget about her mom, but it's
She's
gonna be
hold
tough.
a grudge.
She's not gonna have a good relationship.
Oh my God, she'll be 16
Okay,
pregnant.
for me, Ed Bowling on Twitter at Ed Bowling. Isabel Mora, I'm gonna say her Twitter because she always forgets it. At Issy360, ISSY360. Annie,
At Annie Demyan.
Crystal.
Crystal Lee, and that's Lea.
That's right. I remember that. Thank you guys.
Thanks.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
I want to rewatch it.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.